What's up, guys? Today I want to talk about something that has been on my mind for over a month now, and I want to talk about why it's time, or why I think it's time for us to short the market. For the past couple of months, I've been updating you guys on certain things that indicate an upcoming bear market, like the inverted bond yield curve and unnecessary interest rate cuts from the Fed. And even though I'm saying this, it doesn't mean that we're looking at a full-blown imminent recession. But in fact, an article mentioned that historically it takes 22 months for a bear market to form after the 10-2 yields invert. So you can't say for sure when anything is going to happen, but I can tell you I can tell you we are due for another sell-off. The question is how severe. And another important question is, if the market dips, how can I short it and make more money on the downside? I want to talk about why I think we're due for another sell-off in the market. Let me show you two charts that both resemble a market movement. Here on the left is the S&P, and here on the right is something called the VIX, or the volatility index. The VIX tracks implied volatility in our market and can be traded to our advantage if done right. And as you can see, these charts are strict inverses of each other. So when the S&P goes up, the VIX goes down. When the S&P goes down, the VIX goes up. So I highlighted part of it to show when momentum goes up in the market and the VIX comes down, and vice versa. So that blue is the same time on both charts. You can see the S&P coming down and the VIX shooting up due to uncertainty, and then the VIX shooting up again on the green highlighted portion while the market comes down once again. So on these little moves here, you could be making some money, but be careful not to hold onto this index for too long because it is constantly decaying over time. So you may be wondering, why not just short the VIX forever? The problem with shorting the VIX is that you have to constantly pay a fee to borrow these shares. The VIX is always a short-term play, so don't plan on holding it for too long in either direction because you'll end up losing money. But anyways, I also want to talk about how the market is stuck in sort of a no man's land, just trapped in uncertainty of where it wants to go. But anyways, if you look at this wedge, I'm also wanting to talk about how we're sort of stuck in no man's land, or just trapped in uncertainty because of China issues still going on, and mixed earnings, banks coming out mixed earnings. So no growth really for Q3, and something has got to boost it, or we will see no growth. And it doesn't look like we've seen much growth from last quarter. And I personally don't see a reason for the market to go any higher than it is right now, for no reason other than that it is not oversold yet on the RSI. So really nothing holding it up, in my opinion. When I say we're stuck in no man's land, I'm referring to RSI. We've been stuck here because the market won't move enough, and what I'm thinking is going to happen is that we see an increase in stock price to get us to that point, and from there, I can't see any reason for it to stay or even climb higher. But as always, we'll see. Maybe we'll see something good and end green next week, but it's too difficult to say. And I hate to say it, but I think a huge pullback in the market is something we need. I've been saying stocks are overpriced in the long term for a while, but I've also been trying to make money on the momentum we've seen, and now I'm starting to lose any reasoning for our market to keep climbing. The momentum seems like it's kind of died, while our most volatile month has been very calm, which is kind of suspicious. So we kind of need like a great reset in the market. If we could just have a big pullback, we could kind of start over and go from there. So we got uncertainty here in the US and a very slow growth in China. And the last thing I want to talk about is that I'm waiting for the market to come up, or I'm hoping for the market to come up to this level again. And that's because we'll start to see it as overbought on the 14-day RSI. And from there, I will probably purchase the VIX once I see it at 30 or under. And I will also probably use this leveraged ETF known as SPXS to short the market, but then again it has to reach this level before I make my move, so we will see. And that's it for today. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. I really appreciate it, and I'm hoping that you appreciate my opinions and that I'm not just going to be a bull every time on this video or on my channel, and I'm trying to provide further insight on what I think about the market, and that I'm just trying to be honest and just show you what I think is going to happen or what I want to happen. And I'm not necessarily going to be a bull or a bear 100% of the time. I'm just going to try to keep looking for ways to make money where the market moves. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you all next time. Have a good one.